Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I have some new goodies from Kosas and I'm very excited because I don't try a ton of Kosas. Like I have a few things that I really like from them, like their powder is so beautiful, but I saw that they came out with new blushes, luminous blushes. I love the sound of that. So I bought 5 colors right here. They also came out with new lip liners. I don't know how new these are, but I have some here to test out for you and it's gonna be a great video. I'm excited. I am caffeinated. I am in a good mood. So let's get started. I want to start with the lip liners. These are called the Hotliner Hyaluronic Acid Contouring Lip Liner. I initially only wanted 3 shades and I bought the wrong shade. And so here we have 5 to test out. So I know Kosas came out with lip liners a couple years ago and they did not do well at all. I don't think they were very good. I didn't try those out, but from what I've seen, these seem to be much better. And it's nice that they have a brush at the end, but also a sharpener. So that's kind of cool. It's nice and compact and it is a twist up product, which, you know what, it's usually not my favorite. I really like to sharpen my lip liners, but it's not something that would make me not purchase them. The packaging is cute. I like that you can see the color on the bottom and even the cap has like some splash on it. I think it's cute. Here are the swatches for the lip liner. We have 100 at the top, Max, Infinite, Beyond, and Supreme. I initially purchased the deeper 3, but then I swatched the color 100 and it was literally the same color as my lips. And I've been looking for a lip liner like that just because I sometimes just want to not really wear anything, or at least for it to not look like I'm wearing anything, but I want to define my lips because I don't have very defined lip lines. So that excited me, but I purchased Max by mistake instead of that 100. So now I'm left with 5 here. Okay, let's start with the shade 100. I don't have any lip products right now on my lips. I have, however, a contour. Whenever I did my bronzer contour, I put a little bit around my lips. So that's what you can see there. But let's try the color 100. And like I mentioned, this is a very nude pinky beigey color that blends into my lips. I'm actually gonna try to fill it in just so you can see the color a little bit better. Here is the shade 100 and as you can see, it didn't really add any color to my lips. It just defined them a little bit. I was thinking to use this just with a lip balm underneath whenever I'm not really wanting to have anything on my lips, but still have them a little bit defined. So it's very extra for many people, but I've been looking for a shade like this for quite some time. They're usually too warm or too gray. It just doesn't match my lips quite right, but this color, I think it's perfect for that. The formula is a mix between creamy and a little bit waxy. It is not so buttery creamy, but it has enough slip that it doesn't tug at my lips or it doesn't crumble or anything like that. However, once it dries down, you don't want to keep building on it. So blend it out and let it set because these last pretty long on me. They're not quite as long lasting as the Freck lip liners. Those are staying on my lips forever. But this is still very long lasting. And once it dries, they don't really move around at all. I have worn this one with a gloss on top and I felt like it held its color pretty well. Let's put just my Ole Hendriksen lip peptide balm just so you can see how I would wear this, because I wouldn't wear it by itself. It's just too nude. It may wash me out, but I would wear it with a gloss like this. I actually really like this combo whenever I don't have anything on my face, I'm not wearing makeup, but I want a little bit of gloss. Pairing the 100 with this, I think it makes it very realistic and easy. Shade Max, it's another nude, but it's more warm peachy color. And just like the shade 100, it's so nude that it pretty much looks like I have nothing on, just a little bit more definition. And I pair it with a lip balm or lip gloss and pretty much minimal makeup. Or if I have a really smoky eye and I need a nude lip, these lip liners are pretty good for that. The shade Infinite is my favorite. It's a warmer pinky brown, and I like the depth of it. I feel like it gives me definition to my lips, but it's still not too much. It's obviously not as nude as the other colors. So if I had to only pick one out of all of these, it would be Infinite. I actually went into store just to pick this color. The second I saw the swatches, I was like, that's mine. Shade Beyond is a cool rosy mauve color. This is also very beautiful. It's the same depth as Infinite, just a little bit more cooler tone. And it kind of reminds me of the Lisa Eldridge 2C. Let me swatch it real quick. I am so proud of myself right now. Look at these. This is Lisa Eldridge. This is the Kosas. They look almost identical in person. I can't tell which one's which. Kudos to me. So if you've been looking for a dupe for Lisa Eldridge 2C, which I think it's one of her most popular shade, try the Beyond from Kosas. I think it's a little cheaper. The Kosas are $22, and you can just pick it up in store or swatch it in store to see if you like the color. But I personally really like this color. I think it is beautiful. The color Supreme is a neutral deep brown color, and this is the first time I'm swatching it, and I am absolutely loving it. I used the brush to blend in the edges, and it was very helpful. I was able to easily spread the product and just blending that line. I am converted to this lip liner color. It is so beautiful. A perfect, not too warm, not too cool, deep brown. I love this color so much that I think I'm just gonna wear it for the rest of the video. I love how it's a true neutral brown undertone. The Freck shade 5, I think, it's supposed to be a neutral deep brown. That one pulled so warm on me that this is exciting. This is the shade that I wanted the Freck lip liner to be. I really like how easy it was to blend in. I could wear it by itself. I can put a gloss on it. Okay, this is very exciting. I have an obsession with lip liners. If there's a one makeup product that I had to pick, it would be a lip liner. I feel like it makes the biggest difference, and I love trying new formulas, new colors. I really like the undertones of these. The deepest three shades, Beyond, Infinite, and Supreme, are my favorite. I think the colors are perfection. The formula is also very nice. Like I mentioned, they're long lasting. They're just not quite as long lasting as Freck, but I will say they are a little bit easier to blend in. So yeah, those are the lip liners. Now let's move on to the blushes. I feel like this is why you guys are here. I picked up 5 shades. I have the boxes right here: Dreamland, Bliss, Butterfly, Hype, and Thrill. I love the packaging. They are very similar to their powder, their bronzer, but much smaller, and I actually really like the color. I was very excited when I saw these. I just thought that they would be the most beautiful, glowy blush product without being glittery, just because I enjoyed the bronzer. And so I saw this, I saw the marbling, it definitely pulled me in. And the colors, I will say, I had a hard time picking the colors because many of them looked very, very similar. And I think that's probably going to be my biggest complaint just from trying to pick colors, is that many of them look very similar. So hopefully I got a good variety. I went with some nude ones, some more peachy, bright pink, orangey. So let's get started. The blushes are $29. They're talc-free. The name is very long. Blush is Life Baked Talc-Free Dimensional and Brightening Blush. I'm just gonna call them the Kosas blushes. They are a clean, talc-free blush that is baked. It has hyaluronic acid. It has dimension color, like 2 different colors, and it gives a healthy flush of color. Okay, let's try them. Here are the swatches. We have Dreamland, Blissed, Hype, Butterfly, and Thrill. I forgot the name of that one. I think the variety is pretty good. I try to not pick the ones that were very similar. Let's start with a Dreamland and apply it here. This I expected to be a more nude-ish blush. It is definitely light, but I think it's gonna be buildable. Yeah. Oh, that is so beautiful. I was expecting this to be maybe a little bit more brown. I think it really depends on the type of marbling that you get in the blush. If it has more of the lighter shade. But I am not mad about this color. We have glow. There's definitely a lot of glow in here. Dreamland is supposed to be a rosy brown nude shade, and I actually love it. It's pulling a little bit rosier than I thought it would, and again, I think it is just the marbling. I'll show you here. I'll put a picture here how rosy brown looks like, and my marbling has just a little bit more of the lighter shade in it, so I think that gives even more luminosity. I am not mad about that. I actually adore this color. I think it is absolutely beautiful. Let me build it up just a little bit more right here. It is very smooth, and let's see how the pores are looking. Okay, so up here it looks actually extremely smooth. If I bring it a bit in here, I wouldn't say that it's terrible or even very noticeable. I just have to look really up close, and then I'll see a little bit of my pores. But compared to Rare Beauty, these are very smoothing. Those were so intense and metallic almost. These just, they definitely have a big glow, at least this color, but it is not metallic at all. It's actually what I was hoping the Rare Beauty blushes would be. Okay, let's put the color Blissed on the other cheek. This is supposed to be more of a peachy shade. So, okay, the marbling on this one, you can see there's a lot of the pigment and less of the lighter shade. So I'm curious how intense this one is. That's a beautiful color as well. This one doesn't seem to have as much glow as Dreamland. And I really think it's just the marbling. It's kind of what you're getting. Same with Hourglass. I feel like I have the same issue with Hourglass. Some of them are much glowier than others. I mean, this one still has a glow. Ooh, that is a beautiful shade. It's pulling a little bit more pinky on me than peachy. I think that's beautiful. Here is Blissed with a decent layer. I'm going to build it up just so you guys can see the color, even though I wouldn't wear it super built up. But I think this is helpful for the camera. I am definitely liking this formula so much better than the Rare Beauty. I'm comparing it to that because I think that's the latest powder release, and that was supposed to be glowy. I'm taking a little bit more Dreamland to build this up. I just want to show you just both of them built up and to see the color difference. Here is Blissed built up. That is so beautiful. You still have that glow. And then Dreamland, you can see that it's definitely not as pink. It's more of a brownie almost shade. But when I turn, that glow is a very, very intense. Okay, let me wipe these off and move on to the next one. I forgot to add a lip gloss to my lip, so I'm adding a little bit of this Ole Hendriksen. This is in the shade Cocoa, I think. Yeah, Cocoa Cream. I meant to do this right after I applied the lip liner, but I forgot. I really like these Ole Hendriksen. I have 3 shades right here. They're beautiful. Okay, let's move on. By the way, everything that I have on, I hope, I will have it linked down below. The foundation is the Prada foundation. I love it. Also, if you see bruises, do not mind them. You guys know I do jujitsu. I go pretty hard and I get bruises because of it. So it is what it is. I want to put these two side by side, the color Hype and the color Butterfly, because I think the color Hype and Butterfly seemed very similar online. Obviously the shade Butterfly, I think is going to be the most popular one, is that lavendery pink. And then the shade Hype, it's softer. It's supposed to be a warm pink. So let's try them on. I have been cleaning my brushes in between each one of them. This one, the shade Hype, is the one that really attracted me. I don't do well with very cool tone pinks. They tend to pull quite warm on me. So, you know, I keep trying them, but they still turn warm on me. But this warm pink, oh, that is beautiful. Quite highlighty. Ooh, but that is really pretty. I think Hype is the glowiest out of all of them. You can see when I turn that it has quite a lot of glow, but again, it's not metallic and it's not emphasizing all the pores. It's actually surprising how well it goes over the pores for it being so glowy. It looks actually quite smoothing. So this is Hype. And then let's try Butterfly. I am going to be very careful. Take some off and go here. I'm so curious if I'll see a difference between these two. Okay, this one doesn't seem to be as glowy as the color Hype. And it does have more of a lavendery tone to it rather than warm. This reminds me of the new lilac color from Dior. I'll swatch it side by side, but that's very intense. I'm building these up just a little bit. Not that we need it. I just want to show you the difference in tone between these two. And I think having them swatched quite intensely will be helpful. Okay, so here is, let's do this one, Butterfly. Definitely much more cool tone pink. I'm actually surprised this shows up cool tone pink on me and not too warm. I love it. I really like it. And then this is Hype. It's a little warmer. Yeah, I'm looking here in person. You can tell that this, or I hope you can tell that this has a little bit more warmth in it. This is just more baby pink, a little brighter almost. Still, you don't need both. Ugh, absolutely not. They're similar enough. And I think the glow in the color Hype makes this one look a little bit less warm than it actually, the pigment is in here. But yeah, these are the colors side by side. Again, Hype and Butterfly. Okay, my friends, last one. This is Thrill. It's supposed to be a bright orange shade, and that sounded marvelous to me. So let's try this on. I have loved the Armani red blush, and this looked like it would give me similar effect. Oh, yes. This is the summer shade for me. I love these tones. Look at that shift. For a powder blush to give this effect, it almost looks like I'm wearing a cream blush on. It looks like I'm wearing the Armani blushes on, which is really nice for people who don't like cream products yet want that glowy finish to their blushes. Again, these are similar to the RMS blushes that have a lot of glow to it. I think they're similar to the Hourglass ones as well, but overall they all give similar effect. They give you a luminous, blushy cheek. Oh, I love this color. Oh, I think this is my favorite. I definitely over applied, but for the camera we must over apply. I wouldn't say that this is a bright orangey shade. Let me make sure I have the description right. It says a vibrant blood orange, duh. Okay, that makes more sense. Ooh, I love this shade. This is my favorite, 100%. I just have to take it over my eyelids a little bit as well, kind of blend it all together. This is definitely a very summery shade for me. I really like it. It reminds me so much of the, what is this? The Armani blush in the shade Red. I'm gonna swatch them side by side because I don't know if it's just me. I just really want to know if they're remotely similar, if it's just all in my head. Okay, obviously the Armani is very intense. They are similar. Kosas has more glow to it, and obviously Armani is more pigmented because it's so liquid, but if you blend it out, they are very, very similar. Yes, so Kosas, Armani in the shade Red. Yes, that's why I like this one so much. As you probably have noticed, I really enjoy these blushes. I love the glow that it gives. I really enjoy some of the colors. Some of them, I felt that they were maybe too similar, and I've tried to kind of stay away from the ones that looked too similar. I think Euphoria, Swoon looked very similar. There's just a theme overall with these blushes, and it seems like all of them want to pull pink on the cheek. This Thrill I really like. It really is more of a red base. It's not too orangey, blood orange. It's more like that. Also, I think Dreamland is a very nude. I actually am going to go in store and see if I find one that doesn't have quite as much glow in it. I want this to be a little bit more everyday friendly and not quite as glowy. But all the other ones, the marbling on all of the other ones, I thought it was a very, very balanced. That's the only one that I thought, ooh, there may be too much glow in it. See how well this is blended? And I find the same issues with Hourglass blushes that have this marbling. It's kind of like a hit or miss, but because all the other ones are very well balanced, I want to say that I'm gonna find a better Dreamland, because I think the Dreamland shade would be my everyday shade, and you don't need highlighter with these. I like how soft they are. I love the baked formula. If you are looking for a luminous powder blush that it's not gonna emphasize your texture, even my pores looked nice. Like, they didn't look emphasized like the Rare Beauty ones. I keep comparing to that. I'm sorry, guys. These are it. I think they're beautiful. It gives the effect that a cream blush would on the cheeks, and I really like it. They're very silky and smooth. The lip liners, I think they're great. I really like the colors. I think that's what attracts me the most to these lip liners, is the colors and the undertones. And the formula is nice, but I don't think it's something that you have to go get. You know, these are great, but you probably have these in your collection. But I think the blushes are really, they're really nice. Gosh, there have been so many new blushes. How many blushes do we need? We need 0 blushes. I also, ooh, I told you I was going to swatch the Butterfly with the new Lilac from Dior. Okay, this is the Lilac from Dior, and this is the Butterfly. Okay, the Dior is much more lilac-y. I do have the regular pink one as well. So this is not even picking up anymore. That is absolutely crazy. I can barely get any pigment off of this. I have been using it though, so I know it picks up some pigment. Anyway, yeah, they're very different. Dior and then the Kosas Butterfly. Let me get the pink shade. I got the original pink shade from Dior, and these are it. Let me swatch them. Wow. This Lilac, literally I cannot swatch it. I cannot show you. There's like nothing coming off. I'm scrubbing. Like, look at that. What is that? I'm baffled. I am baffled because I've worn this many times and I've never noticed that. So in conclusion, do not buy the Dior Lilac. It has no pigment anymore. And I've only used it 3 times maybe. You can see the hard pan right there. I don't like that. A little update with the Dior Lilac color. I took a brush. This is a BK Beauty N15, and I try to put it on and it actually comes off. So I am kind of confused. It doesn't come off with a finger whatsoever, but the brush picks it up. So yeah, I just wanted to give you an update that I still see this color on my cheeks, and I actually really enjoyed the color, but look at that. Anyway, it's not completely useless. It's almost completely useless. All right, my friends, that is it for today. I hope this video was helpful. I would love to hear your thoughts down below like always, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.